Hello, bit of a delayed video from me. Been quite busy, was able to focus a bit more on JMC again. So today we've got a new delivery, Turbskis, and this is another Pulsar, but this is for a customer of ours in Greece, another customer in Greece. As you, some of you may or may not have seen the post on Facebook. Our first JMC 1320 customer in Greece on a 335 fully built engine, made 1044 wheel horsepower on a Dynajet. That was a good first attempt. I'm sure there's a bit more in it. You know, they're still ironing out the tuning, but car is a savage. He's got a DCT, he's got upgraded clutches and what have you. It is really, on the dyno it sounded like a savage. So I'm waiting for some data logs. Really want to see when the boost is coming in and stuff like that. So I believe their tuner is Doc Vu. Yeah, we'll get some data logs, take a look at what's going on there. So anyway, this other customer is installing a 1320 kit on a Z4. So this is going to be a pretty cool build, another DCT car, but he hasn't gone for the G40-1250 compact like the other two customers. There's a guy in Germany who's hasn't shown any progress, hasn't communicated with me what he's been up to. But so basically this guy's opted for a slightly smaller turbo. This is the G40-1150 twin scroll T4. It's might be a bit of a sweet spot. I mean, definitely doesn't flow as much as the 1200, the G40-1200, but this may be the turbo size on the big kit, which makes the car a bit more streetable. I'm a bit of the mind that, you know, if it's a race car, it's a race car. If it's a do-it-all car, you ain't going to have the fastest car if you're really going to enjoy the car. That's just my personal opinion. I prefer a car that's responsive, it's fast, but you know, I might not win all the roll racing or whatever it might be. So anyway, you can never be the fastest, man. There's always a guy faster. That's what I learned anyway. So let's have a look at what's in the package here. Let me flip it. So let's have a look. So what we got here? We got the G40-1150. All right. Let's take a look at the thing. My workshop is a bit of a mess. Been busy. Right, so here we have the twin scroll. I believe, let me just see what the housing is. This is a 1.06 housing. Let me just see if I can get in there with a bit of luck. Can I get in there? There you go. That's in focus. So it's a 1.06 housing, what I've recommended you go for. It's, again, Pulsar, delivering on the goods. Beautiful. Everything looks really nice. There's not too much balancing marks there. So obviously the compressor wheels are good quality. Let's have a look here. Now, I don't have a 1200 on the shelf either, so I can't really compare it, but there are on the because this is an absolute carbon copy of a Garrett. This is a carbon copy of a Garrett, so the dimensions should be, the schematics on the Garrett website should match these ones, and looks looks really good. What I'll do is I'm going to stick it on a on an engine with a manifold on it. It's actually the manifold that the guy's getting. What I'm doing here is I'm just confirming the downpipe fitment, make sure that there's nothing strange going to happen when the guy tries to fit this and the rest of the kit. So bear with me, I'll come back to you. Right, so it's on the engine. There you go. So this is the first time I'm seeing it on the engine as well, but the way I see this is fits much it fits much better. I mean, the compressor housing is much smaller than the 42. The 42 1200 is just ginormous, but this thing, I mean, this is a pretty big turbo as well, but it's definitely it packages better on the N54 and on the JMC 1320 kit. So this one, let me just flip it around. So as you can see, it's got a 35 frame outlet here, compressor outlet, and if I just take a sort of an unfinished, this is an unfinished JMC 900 kit, so usually this would be sort of like that on the engine, something along those lines, yeah. But now the way I see it, we can literally go straight down. I mean, if I just offer something up there, you can see we've got clearance to cylinder 1, so this turbo sticks forward a lot more. This manifold is designed to be more forward as well, and I don't know what it will be like to put a filter on here. We're going to have to find out from the customer, because we're not actually installing this for the customer. But there you go, we can have the charge pipe there. We'll probably go with a 45 degree, so something like that, yeah, to go down there with some couplers. So this can be done with couplers. We don't have to weld anything here with a 42, because the 42 was basically down here. All right, it was so close to here we couldn't put a coupler. So what we ended up doing there is having to weld on a piece, as you might see on our website on the photos. We've got an aluminium piece welded to the compressor housing. I don't think we're going to have to do this with this. So far so good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to test fit a downpipe and see how that works, and we'll see what happens. I'll catch up with you. Right, I thought I'd just throw on right-hand drive 135, 335 downpipe, 3.5 inch right-hand drive, with the 1150. Now, all fits exactly as it would have done on the G40. So I think the rear housing on these are comparable in dimensions to the 42. What we've got here is a smaller compressor. The housing at the back is very comparable. I'm just a bit concerned that the housing might be, well, it should in theory be smaller, but I just don't have a 42 here to compare. I'll try and dig out some pictures and stuff. But so anyway, the actual fitment of where the V-bands are and everything like that, and it's all the same. Okay, the downpipe fits exactly as the other one did. So as you can see in there, the clearance, this is obviously bigger than the steering spindle, so plenty of clearance, no issues there. I know it looks like it's a huge restriction, but that space there, okay, we've done a bit of measuring, and it's 3.5 inch and narrows down to probably a 3 inch, but for a very, very, very small section, and then it's 3.5 again. So definitely will flow better than a 3 inch all the way. So there you have it. It's now what we need to do for this guy. He's a left-hand drive, so he doesn't have these problems with steering and all that business. We'll just have to make one of these that doesn't have the cutout, basically. So just straight down. So we'll make one of those for him now.